You got an interview coming up and I'm here to help you out. We're going to cover things to do during an interview and then also the preparation before it. Some of this might be obvious, some of it might not be. Now, we'll start with the rule number one, the 50-50 rule. Now, the number one reason that I see people get rejected after interview is that they talked too much. You'll never hear this. The company's never going to tell the person this because they don't want to be so honest, but they will tell me this. And I've sat on many interviews where it's just been one long monologue of one person talking. That isn't an interview at all, right? We want to have a conversation. Therefore, always aim for roughly a 50-50 ratio of who is talking. If it's all one-sided, trust me, it's probably not a good thing. The way to get the interview talking more is ask questions. Things like, what do you see as the future for the business? What are the challenges that you face? What are the things that you like the most about the business? Get them talking. There's many benefits to this. Obviously, first of all, they'll like you more because they're talking. It feels more like a conversation. But also, they will give you very valuable insights about the business, which might impact your answers, and it might even make you think if you want to work there or not. A lot of people ask questions that are selfish. It's like, what do I get? What's the salary? What's the work-life balance? Things like this. Make it more about them, at least in the first few interviews, because that is where you're going to learn the real truth, and that's how you're going to get them to like you. So 50-50 ratio, if it's 60-40, not end of the world, but if you find yourself in long monologues, you're talking too much, stop yourself, ask an interviewer if they've heard enough, and move on. We'll cover some techniques to help you later in this as well. Next is just be honest and be yourself. It might sound super cliche, super obvious, but a lot of people put on like a facade. They become somebody else. And the biggest thing I see is that people are not willing to say no or they haven't done something. So you get asked about something that you just don't know about. Have you got experience doing X, Y, Z? And the person's like, well, 10 years ago I did this and this and this. 5 minutes later, they're still speaking when the actual answer should have been, no, I haven't got experience doing this. However, I'd love to have that experience. So being honest will always be the best long-term strategy. It might get you through some interviews if you lie, but the reality is people actually like honesty. It makes it kind of seem more real for them. You want to work with honest people. So if you're actually honest, it'll probably help you more than it'll hurt you. And just be yourself. End of the day, if yourself isn't right for them, if they don't like you as you are, probably not gonna be a fit anyway. So it's very cliche, but I swear by this advice. It will be the best long-term strategy for any interview process. Now, in terms of preparation for an interview, one little trick you can do is doing gratitude before the call or the video call or the interview. So just think of 3 things that you are grateful for. So it could be a fact that I'm grateful that I'm in a warm room. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful I have this Spartan helmet on my wall. Whatever it is you're grateful, it doesn't matter. The key is when you're grateful, you're not stressed. Gratitude is a way of getting your brain out of the fight, flight, freeze mode. If you don't believe me, literally stop the video and try it. Tell me, write 3 things you're grateful for, and then afterwards, think about how you're feeling. I guarantee it's a much more calm place. Number 2, little trick as well, is instead of saying you're nervous in your head, say you are excited. This is a classic public speaking trick. You might have heard it before, but it works the same for interviews. So you might be saying to your friends, oh, I'm nervous, and before you're like, oh, I'm nervous. Replace that word with, I'm excited. I'm excited for this interview. I'm excited for this conversation. It has a very similar effect on the brain as the gratitude does. So this will give you a little edge and it will help take the nerves out the system. Number 3, look up the company's news and financials. So look at Google News, the company, and just see what the recent news articles are. If you can just do 5 minutes of this, maybe they've had a new site open, they've got a new website coming out, they've got a new product coming out, whatever it is, just look at these news articles and then try and bring these up in the conversation. It can be one of your questions. I just saw you had this new product launched. How is that affecting you? It makes it seem like you've done loads of research and you're super interested in the company, while all you've actually done is just done 2 minutes of research. That's it. So it's a nice little trick. And then financials, try if you can, if it's a public company, understand what the revenue is, maybe what the public financials are. If you can say, oh, from what I understand, you've got about 2,000 people, maybe 1 billion revenue, it just makes it seem that you are tuned in. Super simple, but high return on investment. And then the last prep, shall I say, is to have examples plus stories. You're much less likely to go on long monologues if you already know your examples you have. They're already in your head, and you can tell them in a short and concise manner. If you don't think about these before, if you're not sure what your stories are or examples are, then you'll end up mumbling and murmuring, and it won't be so good in the interview. So if you have the time, think of examples of the work you've done, second guess a question that's going to get asked. It might take 5 minutes of prep, but trust me, it will really help. And the more you do this, the better you get at storytelling, the better you get at explaining things concisely, which makes you come across better. And then last bonus tip for preparation is to, if you've got time, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book is easily the best book for interview preparation. It's all about people skills, how you can listen more, talk more, ask questions, be yourself. It's all in this book. All right, so let me know in the comments if you found this helpful. You can also put down what you're grateful for if you wish. And good luck in the interview. Let me know how it goes. Ciao.